Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Drive-By Reviews playing Dawn of Titans. Today we're talking about battle mechanics changes in update 1.15. Before we get to that, I've got an exciting announcement because we have a brand new Titan at a higher star level and physical level than I've ever seen before, and he's possibly the best Titan ever created by God himself. So without further ado, let's introduce my brand new Titan. Now this 8-star infinity level Titan is virtually unstoppable. Although there is a rumor that there's supposedly one Asian Titan out there that has been rumored to be able to stop him. But I'm not sure who that is. So in the meantime, he's unstoppable. Let's take a look at his effectiveness in-game. Oh no, a level 50 Flame Hind? It's gonna kill my Flame Hind! Chuck! Help! Chucked him! Get those troops, Chuck! Chucked again! Easy as knitting a kitten. I made that phrase up. Oh, I lost this battle. Chuck? Chucked it! Those are terrible drops. Chuck! Yeah! Chucked it! Oh, hey, Chuck! Hey, look, man. Season rewards no longer give me portal stones. Can you chuck that? Yeah, wait. Chuck! Whoa, Chuck! Chuck! Hey, man! What are you doing? Those are my relics, man. What are you... Okay. What the Norris? Chuck, you are not the answer to all my problems, man. What? What's that look for? What? Oh, don't you do it, Chuck. Hey, put that down. Chuck, don't you do it. Chuck, don't you do it. Chuck! Great. I'll just be Chuck Norris now. DBR edit! Boom! Okay, coming back to reality. Let's move on to the battle mechanics now in the game after 1.15 update. I put Chuck on the sidelines for now, alright? He's on the sidelines, don't worry. I won't be attacking you with Chuck. Alright, so jumping into this battle here, I actually did a couple battles just to kind of illustrate some of the bigger changes I found in the battles themselves. So this one, I wanted to kind of show off a couple of the main differences. We all know there is now spells in the game, right? So you're gonna see a spell drop here. They did say though that they tried to increase, or they say decrease, but they're trying to make it so that the cast time after the warning is longer so that you actually have time to escape if you're paying attention. So that you kind of see it, warn me, and then it's gonna drop much later than it was right when the update happened. In fact, let's count it off. You ready? Ready, here we go. 1 DBR, 2 DBR, 3 DBR, 4 DBR, 5 DBR, 6 DBR, 7 DBR, 8 DBR, 9 DBR, 10 DBR, 11 DBR, 12 DBR. Wow. So over 10 seconds. That's impressive. So that should be escapable for most people. I wasn't obviously trying to escape it there. The second thing is they have now visibility changes in the map. So the trees will hide troops. It will not hide Titans, but it will hide troops. And that's a huge change because you can flank, they can flank, you can put range units in there. They will attack even though they are hidden. I'll show that a couple times here. And then probably the most unique thing I could see is this right here. This is what I find fascinating because before your troops could disobey your commands to a point, right? But now it's almost like they prioritize even heavier their own decisions. I told these ranged units, we'll even zip it back here and I'll show you again. I told these ranged units to go get the spell on purpose, all of them. And then halfway through walking there, they decide those ranged units in front of us are more important. So we're gonna attack them and kill them first. That's what the red arrows mean. And then you see the arrows of direction pointing from the units they're attacking back to where I told them where to go. So in other words, the game is showing you the mentality of your troops, which is they're gonna go attack what they want to attack, and then they'll listen to your walk command to the spell after they kill what they see they're gonna kill. And they won't walk all the way just like it looks like. They're not gonna walk to where the red arrows end. They're gonna kill whatever's there, or if something else kills it, and then they'll proceed to the place you told them to go. You can override it by commanding them again, but they can go right back to their instincts. So that's an interesting concept, that your troops have a little bit more battle awareness, and they will override your orders to do it, which I find fascinating. Now also, you're gonna find in the maps currently available to us, there's actually, if you have everything filled out with troop reinforcements, there is a heavier push on flanking. And not only just flanking by units that are really good at it like Panthers, but also combined setups with a good flanking unit like Grenadiers and trees to hide them. What's interesting is sometimes the trees hide them pre-battle, sometimes they don't. I find that interesting. There's a couple maps out there where they're in the trees, like a Goliath in the trees, and you can clearly see the Goliath in the trees. But once you play the map once, you kind of know if they have reinforcements on the land that they're going to be in these particular locations. So you just kind of have to memorize that so you don't get duped in the middle of a map and start the map and all of a sudden your ranged units are getting killed off. All right, now in this map here, I just kind of wanted to illustrate again some of the concepts. I have been finding that the ranged units are targeting your ranged units a little bit faster. If you like, this distance right here is about the minimum. If you got any closer, they would ignore, at least the ones on the flanks, would ignore your Titan tanking in the middle, and they would actually take pot shots at your ranged troops. They won't do it to their fullest range, but they will do it a lot quicker than they used to. It used to be as long as you were behind your Titan for the most part, he wouldn't destroy you. I also wanted to illustrate in this map that although they did change the cosmetic amounts of power, did you see that? This battle is 4 times over my power. I'm attacking with 30,000 computed strength into this 120,000 computed strength at nearly 4 times the strength, and it's still doable. It may not be pretty, but you can get it done. It's possible, and of course, based on what's on the defense, you actually have to pay attention now, which is kind of neat. You have to pay attention to what's on the land or the garrison, so you can, you know, dodge the spells, change tactics for the troops, and relics are huge now too because they buff ranged units like crazy. I mean, relics now that buff resistance, HP, and armor all in one relic, and also relics that buff attack, critical, and armor piercing on ranged units. It just makes ranged units insane, even without even trying to. If people have just the same relics on their Titans, all of a sudden they don't buff the Titan anymore, they buff the ranged units. So it's changed the game for sure. There's definitely pros and cons for us as players, but what's interesting is we actually now have to try again at battles. We can't just run in there with one set of relics and strategy and do every map the same. You actually have to adapt a bit, and I'm curious to see where they go with this, because for now it's fascinating to try the same maps, but they're completely different. It's completely different battles now. And I think it's a decent change. All right, now if you guys have seen this particular level, you know it's the Poison Cloud level, right? And what's nice about it is everything's right ahead. But I wanted to kind of show you how in this particular map, the hiding behind trees, hiding in trees with units can work to your advantage. There's better maps than this and using this particular method as far as hiding your troops. But I just find it fascinating that it actually makes sense. I mean, your Titan's too tall for the trees, so obviously they don't hide them, and they don't. Your ranged units have to be mostly fully in the trees before they're hidden, which makes perfect sense. If a melee unit gets too close to your units that are hiding in the trees, they're visible for everyone to see, which makes sense. So it's a very interesting mechanic they added to the game to make battles more interesting, more dynamic. Definitely different based on what you're putting in there as troops. Now this particular map, if you don't know, there's always something hiding in the bushes to the upper left. I mean, they always have a panther in there. So here's the panther. I take my troops and I tell them to run into the trees. And you're gonna see them continually want to attack, right? They're continuing to say to me, hey, why are you telling us to walk into the trees? When there is stuff to attack, we want to attack it. And they keep on saying, we'll walk there after we kill this stuff. And I keep saying, walk into the trees, walk into the trees. So finally they go into the trees, and this is something you can do if you want to utilize this method. Let's say if you don't have a flame hide like I do, beefed up the wazoo, you can throw your ranged units back into the trees and then pull your Titan back. And all melee units are going to walk into your Titan, right? And your invisible hidden ranged units are going to sit back there completely free from attack, from anything, or targeting. And they're just going to chill back there until someone finds them. And they can just take pot shots at whatever comes your way. It's kind of neat. And this can be used in various ways. Like you're getting flanked, and there's a unit coming to flank you that's slow. You can put some stuff in the trees on each flank in some of the maps that have large amounts of forestry. shrubbery. But there you go, I thought that was pretty interesting considering how you can utilize the trees as well as how the enemy can utilize the trees. But there you go, there's just a brief overview of the battle changes that you're gonna see after the update. I will post strategies for attacking them. There's actually a couple that work pretty well for farming, and then other ones that work pretty well if you wanna just go high level attacks. So it depends what your goal is. If you're looking for easy food, easy gold, that's one method. If you're looking for just hitting the highest and hardest lands possible, that's another method. So we'll take a look at those in the next video, but in the meantime, get out there, get that 8-star Titan if you can find them. And thanks for tuning in to Dawn of Titans with DBR. When the eyes of a ranger are upon you, anything wrong you do, he's gonna see. When you're in Texas, look behind you, 'cause that's where a ranger's gonna be.